Warning. The following is intended for immature adult audiences. Please do not attempt any of these stunts, activities mentioned in this podcast, future podcast, or previous podcast. Shout out to our 40-plus teammate with the eye-popping, jaw-dropping, saggy-baggy that once produced high-fructose corn syrup. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. What's up, Beer League fans, fellow dumpers, and overrated sea-level tourney players? Welcome to another unedited, unfiltered, often imitated, never duplicated worldwide Dump and Skate podcast, the #1 beer league hockey podcast in the Bluffton Hilton Head area, Pooler, Georgia, Las Vegas, Aurora, Oswego, Naperville, Illinois area, and the countries of Israel, Canada, Colombia, Ireland, Dubai, and just added a listener in the cock, Bangkok.
Did we really?
Yeah.
Would you friend a lady boy or something?
100% lady boy. I asked my sister to listen to a podcast in Bangkok so I could say that we had a listener in Bangkok.
Stupid.
I'm the podcast scheduler, social media content creator, the podcast IT, the guy who brings the humor and the playlist for you, the fans, because I care about the podcast and you guys. The broken, old, and decrepit bender, the locker room cheerleader, the hype man, the team DJ, the D- skater with A-level trash talk. Jeremy, the only thing slower than my D-League spinorama and backhand toe drag is my actual gameplay because I suck ass Abdu. With me, as always, the man that makes this podcast possible, but not on Apple Podcast, the producer that doesn't do any editing, the talent of the podcast, but not on the ice, the most loyal friend and brother that will always have your back on and off the ice, in and out of the locker room, unless you need a letter or character. Thank you. The team daddy sitter. The one I used to nag about uploading podcasts, but now I have to remind her that we actually do a podcast. Forgot about Jeremy. Apparently, playing the penis song by Macklemore is not acceptable when he's talking to his mom, Holland. Do you remember that? You were in the locker room. That was the very first skate of this year. You're talking to your mom in the locker room on the phone, and the penis song was playing. You're like, turn it down, Abdul. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm going to turn it down for you. You just go out of the locker room. That's how far back. That's how far back we had to go.
That's October
of 2024.
That was the first skate at the end market was in October.
I wasn't here for the October one, so it was the one after
that.
that.
Was then that would have been January
November.
Then.
Yeah, it was January.
Was it January?
Yeah, because we did the Kazari podcast, and we haven't done one since the Kazari podcast, and that was before my birthday. Which, by the way, I'll wait. I'll wait for this, but yeah,
it was January.
It's been that we haven't done a podcast since January, and it's already.
No, has it really been that long since we did a podcast?
Yeah,
we did the Kazari one. I thought.
Yeah, that was our last one, and that was like before my
Kazari one.
Yeah, that was the last time we did one, though.
It was before your birthday?
Yeah.
No way.
Yes. Oh, great. Here we go, fact-checking here.
I just can't believe that.
Oh, yeah. Now it's like, we're, for the record, my birthday of 2026, because it's been so long. Now, while Holland is fact-checking this.
I just didn't realize it's been that long.
Did you look it up?
Crazy. I was trying to, but something malfunctioned.
All right, well, you want to look it up? I can go ahead and talk about the Zeros tournament while you look it up.
Hang on, I got to still do my intro, but I can look it up a little bit quicker, I think, this way.
All right, well, I'll just talk about...
Hang on. I'll do that, and then we'll look it up. All right, here we go. What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all shapes, sizes, and flavors? Welcome back to your favorite beer league podcast, the one and only Dump and Skate podcast. We are super excited to remember that we have a podcast that we need to do. and to be with you guys. Abdu does nag me about the podcast, although I will say you haven't nagged me a ton lately.
Oh, no, I gave up on it.
Hey, you were like, hey, we need to do one. I was like, yeah, we do. And then it just died there. Like you didn't keep after it.
No, because I already got the brush off from you, and it's like
off.
I've just got tired of asking. And then it got to the point where
we haven't had a ton to talk about because we haven't skated. We skated once in January, maybe once in February, and twice in March, I think.
Twice in February.
So twice in February, once in March.
But right. I had like podcast guests lined up in your absence because you were like, I just don't have the time, can't do it.
So, I sat still and tried to figure out what in the world has made me so much busier, like this year versus last year. Because last year we were playing and stuff, and I don't know if we just had. I mean, the layout of the house is way, way different here now, so that makes it a little more difficult. But even just like time frame, and I think it's Cameron. It's
reassigning blame to the kid.
Getting Cameron to and from games and stuff. And practices and things like that, that has had the schedule just like haywire, which is nuts because we did it last year too.
Yeah, it wasn't a problem last year. Now we're just full of excuses.
What happened last year is I didn't have to get him to and from games, even away games. Like the coach, they had a bus and stuff they did. So this year, any kind of off-campus game, we've had to get him to and stuff like that. And so that's basically been every other game. So, and then like his home games and stuff, a lot of times I would go watch them and then leave to be able to get to the rink and my mom or somebody get him. So, but we're going to remedy all that pretty soon. We're going to get him a license and then he can drive himself to and from things. And all I have to do is go and be a good parent and watch. So, yay. So, welcome back, guys. So glad to have you all here. We're just super excited. I can't wait to talk to you about all sorts of things. I don't have an intro. I don't have a read to give us on who today's podcast is brought to you by. I do want to give a shout out to the jerseys that we made. They were really nice.
All right, be careful on the name that you use because
19 was the upload.
Yeah,
that's why I didn't say anything. You would know that. I don't have any of that information. That's why I just said it. The Alabama jerseys were sweet looking. They were like a really nice quality. Berlin, you'll appreciate this. They were lighter than the teamed travel Zeros jerseys, and they're not reversible. So, yay for that! You don't have to cry about that anymore. But they're really nice.
It is Endeavor Hockey, ENDVR Hockey is their Instagram.
Another company that can't spell, so they just abbreviate stuff. I love it.
All right, well.
We should be Dump and Skate, DMPSKT.
All right, well, let me just make sure. Yeah, it's ENDVR Hockey.
You tagged them in something. I remember seeing it.
They are really good at, he's really good at creating jerseys. This is his forte.
I just liked the jersey. I don't necessarily, it wasn't like the design or anything crazy like that. Like the Alabama kids loved it. Yeah, I just liked the jersey. The jersey, I liked it probably better than it wasn't the like silky type jerseys that we all kind of have. Like I've got several of them. They're all that kind of silky material. This was more of a like old school type jersey feel.
Good quality, and it had the nice.
But yeah, it wasn't heavy. Yeah. The lace was a nice touch.
Everything was great.
I love a little lace when I'm going to bed at night.
Yeah, like a lingerie lace wearing your wife's panties. So, anyways, Endeavor Hockey.
Knock it until you try it.
Go to them for your jerseys. They do more than just jerseys. They do hockey bags, gloves, and stuff. So, thank you again, Mr. My Dude. So,
thanks, Endeavor Hockey. It's just all you got to say. Big dog. I don't know why you got to make it weird.
All right. July 24th through the 26th at All Seasons Rink in Naperville, Illinois.
What's happening there?
We are doing our second annual Zeros Dump and Skate hockey tournament.
We are?
We are. Returning teams will receive a discount. The early sign-up is over with. However, I just talked to Chelios. You still get that discount. So it's the registration is opened. I know Dan Vinay has a team. He's already registered. Thank you, Vinay. Robert Cahill, I believe he registered last week. Thank you, Cahill. Chris Gert, he promised me he's in. We are in. There are still some slots available. If you get your team in, do it now. Go to allseasonsicerinks.com. I just made it a quick read today.
Nice.
So, there
Prefer
you go.
those. That's
There
good.
you go. All right. Are you just going to look at your phone, or are we going to talk about anything? I hope that text or whatever you're doing was really important in the middle of a podcast.
Super important.
Yeah. It was
10 minutes
probably
in.
a dick pic of Matt Rife. So we just got back, 2 weeks ago? Feels like a month ago because
It was a week ago. No, it was 2 weeks ago.
it was 2 weeks ago, but it feels like a month ago because you keep on delaying these podcasts. We went to Birmingham, Alabama to play against my nephew and the Alabama D1 upperclassmen team. We did
It wasn't even upperclassmen, by the way.
it wasn't.
No. You didn't realize they had like 25 guys sitting over there? We played their entire D1 team.
Well,
Their
I didn't-
entire D1 team.
I didn't play.
I asked Austin. I was like, "Hey," because I thought so too. I was like, "All these guys are seniors." He was like, "Oh, no. There's only like one or two seniors here." I said, "Oh, so they're all juniors." He was like, "No, there's only like maybe 4 juniors." And I said, "Austin, there's like 25 of you out here." He was like, "Yeah, well, a bunch of those kids are sophomores. Like those 4 kids are freshmen." It's like, "Oh,
Well, that wasn't planned. That wasn't the plan. That wasn't the plan. That wasn't the plan.
yeah, no, I know." That's why I was kind of like, "Oh, all right, cool, that's great."
If you've seen some of the posts leading up to this podcast, there was a skills competition, which, by the way, Grant, that we did, shooting at the targets. Grant comes to me and goes, "Dude, that's super intimidating. That's super intimidating." And he was gassed.
There's
He was
a reason
gassed,
I didn't
too.
want to participate. There's a reason I was like, this is a bad idea. Like I never said this out loud to anybody else other than you, but the
I won't say
moment you
anything. Your
mentioned
secret's
it to
safe with me right now.
The moment you mentioned it to me, I was like, why are we doing a skills competition? That is just like the most obvious ego stroke thing ever. Like, what are we doing here? I have no, like, I know I will lose every skill. Like, there's just no questions asked. I didn't even know what skills we were going to do, but I was like, definitely not going to be the fastest, definitely not the most accurate shooter, can barely hit the net during a game, like, definitely not going to be able to hit the net in a competition when everyone's staring at you. Like, I don't know what else we were going to do. I was like, there's just no way. So, like, whoever wants to do it, that's fine, but like, I'm good. It's like, there's no way I'm going to be competitive with these kids. And so
What categories did you do?
I did the only thing that I did, because we only did 3 things. So you had a whole list of like 7 or 8 different categories.
Yeah.
And then what was the kid's name? Zeke, was that his name?
Yeah, Will Zeke. Good guy. Thank you,
So-
Will Zeke.
Zeke was like, "Hey, so we think everybody can do all of it,
Everything,
basically." And I was like, "Guys, there's 45 guys here. All right, we're not all doing everything." And so we started out with hardest shot. So we did the hardest shot. I forget who all went, but like the second or third Alabama kid went and shot like, and it had been advertised like, everybody's going to go, like everybody go. So the second or third Alabama kid went, and I forget if he fell over or just shot straight like 32-mile-an-hour slap shots. I forget which one. Whatever it was like, that's bad. I can probably get over that bar. So I was like, I'll go next right now. I'll go next. So I went next. And so that was it. They did fastest skater. My legs were not right. My knee was giving me a fit anyways. So I knew that it was just not going to be good to even try that. Even if my knee was 110%, there was no way. Because even our fastest guys, I think our fastest guy was Grant, and I think Grant tied one of their guys.
Yeah.
Everyone else got beat.
I didn't
handily.
even want to go. I didn't want to go. My nephew, Austin,
I was going to actually parachute behind your nephew. He was like, no, it's okay. I'm going to skate backwards. I was like, that's even worse, Austin. Just let me parachute behind you. So, yeah. So we lost that one miserably.
My nephew just really talked me into doing it. He skated backwards while I went forwards, and he beat me. He wasn't even trying after that first turn. And look, again, I got a bad hip, and he knows that. But look, he beat me. But
he raced your brother too and beat him too.
Yeah, that was another thing. That was probably the highlight of the hockey aspect of the weekend is playing with my nephew and my brother. I haven't played with my brother since on an indoor rink since I was 21, almost 30 years ago. And I haven't played with Austin on an indoor rink in a long time. We've always played pond hockey together. So that was the highlight of my weekend, is just playing with my brother and my nephew. And toe picking it. Although I did toe pick it there. I tried to get it on Live Barn. I'm not being like
your brother trying to hurdle you and then tripping over you because you were getting up was hilarious though. Because I saw him turn. He was back checking straight up the ice, and then he saw you laying at center ice, and he was like, oh, and he just made a immediate right turn, like right towards you. And I was like, oh, he's going to jump over you or like run into you or something.
And I tried to get up.
And you started trying to get up right as he jumped over you and clipped his feet.
Couldn't be a better time.
There's just two Abdu sisters laying on the ice. It's center ice. And our ones were going nuts. What are you doing, guys? Get off the ice. Couldn't get up. Oh, man. They were so irritated.
However, I do want to say, as bad as I am, and this is not a dig at anybody, I did not fall at the fastest skater competition. Okay. I fell, no one around me. I toe picked at center ice, and I slid for a good 20, 30 feet, but that was fresh ice. But again,
it wasn't 20 or 30 feet. It was like 4 feet.
It was fresh ice. I slid from the blue line all the way to the goal line. I was hauling ass. I was going so fast.
You toe picked at the outer ring of the center ice circle, and you stopped at the center ice dot.
I stopped inside the goal. I stopped inside the goal on the other end. I was skating so fast, but I did not toe pick, or I did not fall down at the fastest skater competition. Okay. And again, I tried to get it on Live Barn because when people fall down, I'm the first one to post it, and cannot get it on Live Barn.
Has to make the B-roll.
Yeah. But the game was fun. If you're out there playing, the game was fun.
So let's talk about the skills comp a little bit more. So I know we did the skills comp thing, right? Then we did breakaways after that, or shootout, whatever we called it. Who was it that was so confused about that? Was it Chris?
Your brother.
What a maroon.
So you guys listen.
You had it written down as breakaways. He's like, what's a breakaway?
So
we were like, dude, it's a breakaway. Or you take the puck break. So is it like a 2-on-1 or like a 1-on-1? No, you dummy.
Jesus.
It's a breakaway.
It's a shootout. Well, what's a shootout? What's a shootout?
He knew when we said shootout, he was like, oh, so it's like a shootout. Well, yeah, but a breakaway and a shootout are the same thing. I guess typically it's called a shootout, but like, I don't know. It's just so weird.
No, we said it was a penalty shot, and he was like, oh, okay, I got it. So for you guys that are new to hockey, what do you guys think of when you hear, oh, we're doing a shootout in a skills competition? Not a game, but a skills competition. It was so confusing. We actually had to go look up stuff on YouTube, bring it onto the big screen, and show it to him, and he still didn't get it. So then we got little Lego men. We got little Lego men.
All he did to participate was throw Pete his stick, which was a terrible decision because Pete immediately regretted it and choked up like 14 inches on Chris's stick because
he choked 14 inches. Let me tell you,
their sticks are such drastically different sizes. Oh my gosh!
Well, one's a mini stick and the other one is like a full blown extended.
He looked great though with that turquoise and pink stick in his hands.
And then he did a little in his sachet.
Yeah. Oh man!
So,
did she go home?
All right.
So yeah, I told you after the skills comp, I was like, hey, like that was like, I think the most like, there were a couple guys that did like silly stuff during the shootout stuff. And that was really more funny for like we laughed or whatever, or like the Alabama guys laughed at the Alabama guys or whatever. But the fastest skater thing was, after the first couple guys, was like, all right, well, we can see how this is going to go no matter who we trot out there. So this is not going to be very fun at all. And so I think the Alabama kids realized that too. And they're like, oh, poor old guys or something. So but the hardest shot was actually kind of funny because, we did the accuracy. I totally glossed over that one. So the hardest shot one was pretty hilarious because the reader wasn't reading right? So like Grant shot like straight 38s like the whole time or something, right? And it just was really weird, right? I think somebody else, one of their kids, I think the highest they had registered was like a 60 something,
and that was so wrong.
One of our guys registered a 72, and then I registered a 72, and then Pete registered 73 before Pelly got like an 87 or whatever he got, right?
Right.
And so, but they were all over the map. Like I shot a 35 and then a 70 and a 72 or 72 or whatever. Right. And then almost everybody did the same thing. So it was, but what was hilarious was guys missing the net or guys like golf. Yeah. Oh, that's what it was. That kid was golf shotting it. The kid that shot before me was like chip shotting it. So he was scooping up underneath the puck and it wasn't going anywhere. I mean, it was bad.
He was like using a lob wedge. He was using
I was like, I can do better than that. I'll go now. So, but so the hardest shot was more fun, I think, because everybody was laughing at everybody. And so there was a lot of jokes around that. And I told you afterwards. And then the accuracy thing was, absolutely not. You're not going to have, I'm not going to participate in the accuracy one because here, let's all watch how good or bad you are at hitting these little targets, right? And so what happens is we probably should have put like 10 pucks max or something out there. Instead, we put all like 150 pucks we had on the ice in the corners. And so if you get a guy out there that can't hit a target, it's just like brutal. It's just brutal. It's just 4 minutes that feels like 6.5 hours of a guy firing a puck at one or two targets that they can't freaking knock over. And it's like, at this point, everybody's like, you're not going to win. Okay, I give up. Like, just put a puck limit on it. Like, everybody gets 10 pucks or whatever. We didn't do that. And so, and I think one of their kids, like, knocked down all 4 targets with 6 pucks or something. And we're like, all right, game over. Like, we're good. No one else needs to shoot anymore at this point. Like, that kid wins. Congratulations. Way to go. And so, but you and I talked, and I was like, hey, next time if we want to do a skills thing, which I thought it was a silly thing to do anyways, because there's so much stuff that those kids, they're just younger than us. So they're going to be able, and they practice all the time. So there's certain parts of the game, they're just going to be a little bit better just by age and availability on the ice. And so I said, we need to do something, if we want to do a quote unquote skills comp, do something that's way more, that evens the playing field. Like I have no idea
what
that is.
Spin around a stick, spin around a baseball bat.
Like a dizzy bat. Yeah, like a dizzy bat thing, like dizzy bat.
That's what we were supposed to do originally.
Tag a cone or something.
That was brought up. That was brought up originally. What I did like about the skills comp is all of us were out there and we got to mingle and talk to like the other guys.
A little bit, but that's what I was telling you. Like that kind of broke down when we started doing the fastest skater and the shootouts. Everybody went to the benches, and that's why I was like, it was just Zeros guys on one bench, Alabama guys on the other bench, and we didn't mingle a whole bunch from there. Doing something where we do like not really a skills comp, but do like a dizzy bat, do like a relay race, but then split guys up, like throw half of us with their guys, half of us with them, and then do stuff like that where we're kind of intermixed amongst guys, and you do stuff kind of together that naturally built. I mean, we're all hockey players. We've all played competitively. So you put any kind of game in front of us, whatever it is, we're all going to be competitive with it. So you put guys, you mix guys up and ask them to be competitive. You're going to naturally start developing bonds a little bit with guys because you're trying to be competitive against another team. And so that'll just happen. Some of that happened when we did the last period of skate. We threw all the sticks in the middle and jumbled everything
combined
up.
skate, the combined
yeah.
skate.
And so that one, you got some guys that were talking a little more and chatting a little more, and you got to know some of the guys a little bit better and all that way. So it was good for first time. It was fine, but there's some stuff we could do, make it a little more organized and make it a little more
hanging out in the parking lot
fun.
In between those skills comp.
Eating 47 pizzas.
I didn't eat any of that. Pizza was so salty. I just had one.
Ate too many and nearly threw it all up during the middle of the game.
I had one. I had
Between
two
that
slices.
and zeros. It was bad.
I had two slices because I had to sober up. I had like 2 zeros in the parking. I know. Shut up. I did. I had more drinks that weekend in one weekend since I've known you. I drank. We got there Thursday night. I had one Friday, and I had 2 on Saturday. So I'm a man of my word. Corey really wanted to have one with me, so I had one with him on Thursday. Had a cup on Friday, and God bless my brother. My brother hung tough with the girls. I didn't know my brother had it in him. He's 5 years younger than me, and he stayed out. He made this Abdu sister look really bad because I tried, like, that weekend messed me up. I'm still recovering. For like Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I stayed up past 10:30. Actually, I stayed up.
We had you up pretty late on Saturday night too.
Yeah, Saturday and Friday. Yeah, my brother stayed out like till like 4:30 in the morning, and he had a flight to catch that night, that day. So.
Well, Friday was an abbreviated night, anyways.
Yeah, my brother hung with those guys then too.
That was kind of that whole night was pretty interesting. Let's see, what did we do? We drove up Friday, right? And we skated Friday. That's right. We did the inter squad skate, and then we had a couple of the UAB kids come and skate, and that was kind of fun. It was funny listening to those kids. They were like, these old guys could probably beat our Division III team. We're like, well, half our roster plays for Georgia Southern's Division III team.
Yeah,
so yeah, you're right. We probably could.
I do have a confession to make too, Austin. If you're listening, I totally made up that crap about UAB saying that they could take you. You remember when I was talking to Austin? I said, "Oh yeah, UAB was." Austin, I made that up.
It's a complete lie.
I made that up,
but Jeremy Abdu is a liar.
Because you, okay, calm down. Jesus. But that's what you get for shutting me up, saying that when I hung up on you, you're like, oh, would you forget your tampon? I had no comeback for that one at all.
So hey, at least the wisecrack gene is strong in your family.
It is. It's a ball busting family for sure.
It's good. So yeah, we skated inter squad, and then we went back to the hotel, showered, whatever, changed, and then got on the bus where we sat for 15 minutes in the street.
Trying to make reservations something I've been trying to do 2 weeks before we even left.
Where to go eat. I gotta say, they were like Andy's like speed working through the Google phone book, like just rapid fire. Pete was looking at some stuff. I think Jeff Long was calling some people. I mean, everybody.
We'll drop a lot of money.
Are you sure? We're going to spend a bunch of dough with you if you'll open up your restaurant to us. So anyways, the problem was there was like 15 of us, and it was, I don't know, 9:30 at night, 9 o'clock at night, whatever time. And so Andy was the one that was the most, I noticed the most, but it's because I was kind of looking at him where I was sitting at. But I know there were other guys doing it too. But Andy's just like rapid fire running through, like, what about this restaurant? Calling him. What about this restaurant? Calling him. And the whole time, Abdu's in the back of the bus. Oh, man, it's not like somebody tried to tell you guys we should have totally got reservations later. Just being the most loud and obnoxious person about told you so I've ever heard in my life. And so Pete chirped at you something and kind of laughed about it. But I was getting very close to me, like, Abdu, just shut up. Like, we all agree we should have gotten reservations at this point. Just let the guys figure it out, for crying out loud. You did it 4 or 5 times. It was
Yeah, but I was
the first
hangry at
couple
the
I
time.
chuckled. No, I clearly, very much, obviously. So I don't think you were the only one that was hungry and wanted to go eat food. There
Yeah,
was
but
15 of us in
again,
that bus.
I tried to get this going like 2
I'm
weeks. Hey,
well
Rob,
aware. I
Rob,
know.
like
We heard
look,
6 times.
I'm the planner of this whole thing.
So stupid. Oh
But
my gosh.
we ended
You're
up going to Top Golf, where
did.
Rob got cut off.
So Birmingham or that area must have some sort of weird rule about number of drinks on a single tab or something, because it didn't just happen there. It happened after we played the next night at that Taco Mac.
Yeah, the
Taco Mac.
Yeah.
And they came in, but they approached it differently, right? So we were there. We ate. I think we ordered appetizers. Rob did the appetizer thing. So we
Rob
ordered
did Rob.
appetizers.
Rob did his Rob thing.
So we did appetizers. Some guys wanted to order food. The server was a pretty nice guy, and he was like, "Hey, look, just letting you know, there's one runner, so I don't know how fast the food's going to come out, kind of thing." So guys were throwing in food orders. I think everybody at the tables were all drinking vodka water. So we were ordering like 13 Grey Goose and waters all at one time, right? And for simplicity, it was all on one tab. And so I don't remember how many rounds we ordered, but it wasn't like we ordered 30 rounds. We ordered maybe 3,
it was
maybe
2
4
because
rounds.
it was like 1.75 drinks.
It was more than that. I did the math on it. It was definitely more than that. So I think it was either 3 or 4, right? But still, that's anywhere from 2 to 4 drinks per guy. Nobody's like housed after that. We'd been there for 3 hours, I think, right? And so we're playing golf games. We got the 2 little booths reserved or whatever, having a good time. And guys had ordered food, and food was getting ready to get there. And the server guy comes up, and as nice as he can, goes to Rob. He's like, "Hey man, look, I hate to tell you this." He's like, "But the bar's telling me they can't serve anymore. They got to cut it off because you've had whatever number of drinks it was." And Rob was like, "No, that's crazy." He's like, "I brought people here before. Like, we've never had this issue. Like, we've ordered tons and tons of drinks." And they were like, "He's like, I'm just telling you like what the bar said, like that they won't let me get anything else. They're telling me I got to close it out." And Rob was like, I'm fed up with that. Like, that's ridiculous. And he was
Get
like,
me the manager.
Did he ask for the manager? I couldn't remember. Yeah. So Rob went Karen mode. "Let me talk. I want to speak to your manager."
He didn't go Karen mode.
So Rob ends up getting
Karen
there. So about that time, the food pops out, and Rob was so frustrated with what was going on. He's like, "I'm not even hungry anymore.
I don't even want this chicken sandwich."
It plopped in front of me, and if I would have been hungry, I'd have been like, "Rob, I'll eat it for you.
Dude,
You
that
can be angry. I'll eat."
chicken looked like Barbie pink. Did you notice it? Not that it was uncooked. It was just like bright pink.
That sounds uncooked. No, I didn't touch it. The apps had gotten me fairly well full, so I was good. And so also I was one of the few guys that had probably drank all 4 rounds. So I was like, "Hey, I'm good on anything at this point." And so the manager comes out, and I didn't get a good look at her, but she definitely had like the Karen attitude to her a little bit. She's like, "Okay, so here are the rules." And Rob was like, "Hey, well, we brought customers here before. Like, we do business in Birmingham in this area." He's like, "So we've come here regularly with my company, and like we've done big business here. We've bought lots of drinks, lots of food. We've never had this issue." And the girl was like, "Well, under my watch, this is what the rules are." I was like, "Lady, that is like just not the best approach here. Like, you could diffuse the situation so much better." And so, to Rob's credit, he did not like lose his cool on her or anything like that. He did tell her like, "Hey, if this is how you're going to act, like we just won't come back anymore. Like we won't patronize this establishment at all." And so it was like, "Hey, we're done." Right. So the chick walks off, whatever. At that point, I started trying to do the math. And because guys were like, "How much what was going on?" Because at this point, it's like everybody's like, "Hey, we're leaving." And so we did. We all load up. I went to the bathroom.
You poopied.
I had to poop. And so I come out of the bath. Pete got a picture of it, I think. I think it was Pete. Was it Pete that climbed over the stall and took a picture of it?
I don't know.
I heard little kids chuckling, and I was like, "Is it this funny that somebody's pooping in the stall?" And it wasn't until I got to the bus and I saw the group chat with the picture of me, I realized that Pete was in the bathroom and had climbed over the stall. He's the one that posted the picture, I think. So anyways, I get on the bus, And Rob at that point on the bus is just like,
Rob was
now
on
he-
one.
Now he was really irritated about it.
Yeah.
He's like, I've never had this happen before. I can't believe this is so ridiculous.
That would have been a time for
Then-
me to say, hey, now would be a good time to make reservations. And I try to tell you guys,
She
try
would
to
have punched you in the face. So then at the top, like it was pure chaos getting on the bus, right? So because I walked out, I realized the tables are empty. Pack's like, hey, we're loading up. So I go and I get on the bus, and there's only like half the team is sitting on the bus. I'm like, well, nobody was at the tables. Where the heck is everybody at? So Rob's venting a little bit about what, frustration with being cut off. Because I think the probably not the plan, but we probably would have sat there until they closed and kept hanging out and eating and drinking and stuff like that. I mean, that's typically what we do when we go to somewhere and sit down and eat. We'll just hang kind of deal. And so the fact they cut us off and basically you got to leave, I think they were closing and they just wanted everybody to go home. And so they probably should have just said like, hey, it's closing time for us, so we're closing everything. That would have been a better approach. But anyways, I get on the bus, half the roster's there. Then guys start trickling in one by one. And there's like 16 different stories going. And this is when we figure out that lady had
That
followed
drunk lady, yeah.
Kyler. She had told some story. I wish I would have been at that table because apparently the chick walked up shortly after I walked off and was like, oh my gosh, hey guys, and like asked them stories and was clearly
about
like
fishing. I've never
hammered.
seen so many guys excited to see a drunk lady.
dude, she apparently was washed. And so had like I don't know if it was a brother or a cousin or something, or like a nephew was like, Aunt Linda, you got to come back over here. She's like, I'm fine. Leave me alone. I'm hanging out with these Fisher guys or whatever. And so then her sister comes over and was like, we got to go. And she's like, I don't got to go nowhere. I'm divorced. I can do what I want. And so apparently it was really obvious that she was divorced and looking for a man for the evening. And Kyler was the one she somehow like sort of latched onto. And so next thing I know is Kyler's on the bus. Pete's like, we're back, boys. We're in it. And I'm like, what the heck has gone on? So moral of the story is don't go to the bathroom. Just poop your pants and you won't miss the excitement.
Amen.
Oh my gosh. So
And then they went out after that to the
upside down pineapple.
Yeah, the upside down pineapple.
Yeah.
Because yeah,
I don't know. It wasn't a ton of them. I only think it was like 5 or 6 guys.
Corey went, and then that's
Okay,
where the
so maybe it was
picture.
about half the guys.
Corey went because there was the
Perino
picture.
went. Or I mean, Pelly went. Pelly
there was
went
a
too.
picture,
That's right.
and then I was so mad that because there was a whole bunch of lady boys there, not real lady boys, but I was so mad that I missed out on it. Corey comes home around 3, and I go, I don't want to say this. I don't want to cancel.
You missed the rainbow, the
Yes,
rainbow flag.
That's
parade at the
exactly what
mall.
I said. I go,
Yeah.
I missed homo night. Damn it. And then Corey just started laughing. And then we talked about Corey's the best roommate. Like, I just love
I wouldn't know. We don't ever get to room together. Corey Hogg. It's okay. I have his stuff. He has to come see me.
Corey does have a hog. But yeah, that I just we talked about that for a little bit. Then one of my favorite parts of the weekend, we were talking about this. Him and I went to have a brunch Thursday morning. Or no, I'm sorry, Friday morning before you got there. And we're just sitting. There's a where they have like the trays and the
Why are
food.
you calling
and
it
the,
brunch? Or are you calling it brunch?
I don't know. I just think of it as a breakfast buffet brunch kind of thing. So the
It was
buffet.
breakfast. You just had breakfast.
It was the buffet there.
It was breakfast. You just had breakfast
All
at the
right,
hotel.
Fine. Just let me tell my story. Like, I rarely get a chance to interrupt you when you tell your stories. Just let
wondering
me
why you're
tell my
calling it
story.
brunch.
Well, maybe that's what people do here in the North. You call it a buggy. I call it a cart.
So,
right?
so you and Corey were having
See,
brunch at 8 a.m.
Yes. No, it wasn't 8. It was like 9. And there was a guy in there just getting his food. And then I just look at him like, well, Rossi's not here. So this is my Rossi
Hang on,
date
though.
night moment.
The room you were in. So like the
was
eating area is like a big like open bar area thing, but the breakfast room was like a small conference. It wasn't even a small conference room.
It was like a walk-in
smaller.
closet.
Yeah, it was like a large walk-in closet.
It was a
That
walk-in
it.
closet,
So-
or for people like with my tax bracket, it was like a one-bedroom
bedroom.
apartment.
It was a bedroom.
Yes.
It was your master bedroom. And so, yeah, there was like a door in one way and a door out the other way. So this was not like some big open breakfast area that this is happening in.
very if
Close
borderline
quarters.
borderline
Close quarters.
claustrophobic. So there's just me and Corey and another guy in there, and the guy had to have been, I don't know, in his 30s. And I'm getting the food, and I go, well, Rossi's not here. I can't do my Rossi shenanigans, but I'll do it, Corey. I go, hey, Corey, whatever you did to my ass last night, buddy, I'm so sore. And the guy just looked at me, and Corey said something. I wish he was here. I can't remember what he said, but he played along with it, and the guy got his food and left. And then as soon as me and Corey left that area, he went back in to get the rest of his food.
That's a little homophobic. I think I'd have called him out on that.
Maybe.
What's the matter, buddy? You don't like being around the gays? What's up with that?
He was like, I don't want to be in here if Abdu farts because it's going to smell like
He's liable to just poop everywhere at this point.
a big bubble of load.
All right, calm down.
So, so that was a fun one. And then let's go to the game. We played the game on Saturday.
So after the skills comp, we went in the parking lot, had some pizza and zeros, and then we went.
Yeah, we hung out, and
inside.
the kids were just getting hammered.
I mean, they're being college kids.
Yes, and
there was free alcohol for them to partake with. So
and they loved it. And I'll tell you what, they have a really nice locker room. I like.
They did when they was that before the skills thing. We went in there.
We went in there, introduced ourselves, and I kind of said, "Hey, you guys want to see their locker room?" And Kyle was like, "Yeah, I want to check this out." Corey wanted. So then we all came in and just kind of talked to the guys, gave them their zeros, gave them their polos. Again, thanks, Cooch, for the polos. Those were really nice. Really nice. Holland was wearing his all week because it has the Alabama A on it. He's a big fan now. So we hung out in there, and they're just drinking them. And then by the end of the skills comp, I wanted to go grab a grape for my friend Gina. Thank you, Gina, for showing up. That was really nice. All of them were gone by the end of the skills comp. So then we had about a couple hours in between the skills comp and the game. We all hung outside, drank more zeros, had oh God, Rob must have had like 15 Domino's pizzas.
It was probably like 20.
20.
It was a lot of pizza.
Yeah, it was like one per person. Like it was like it was 30. There was
one
30.
Pizza,
yes.
One pizza per person, basically.
Yeah. And then we had the game, and these guys were just, some of them were hammered. One guy said he didn't even dress. He was like, I'm good. So it was a fun game. I had fun.
It was a good reminder that I'm old and they are not. That's what that was.
Yes.
It was a very good reminder that I'm an old person. Like I said, it did not help that I was already hurting. Like everything from the waist down for me for the last month has been really, really tight. My knees started bothering me 3 weeks before we got there, and so they were still very uncomfortable. And so I was just uncomfortable from the waist down. Like I just was not comfortable. But even if I was in perfect shape, it was still going to be like, hey, look, they're all really young.
It's funny that you say that it's a reminder that you're old, and my brother has a bad knee. I was reminded that I suck. Numerous, so again, my brother has a bad knee. You have a bad knee. I have a bad hip. Your brother has a torn peenie. So let's see. Rossi has a bad knee.
Torn peenie or a teeny peenie?
He has a teeny peenie that's torny-warny.
A teeny torn peenie?
But yeah, Sprents asked, and he's like, "How good are these kids?" I said, "They're pretty good. You can tell that they practice a lot together. Because even in their drunk state, they were pretty good. And it was you, me, your brother, and Pellegrino in the car with my brother on the way back to the hotel. And my brother goes, yeah, they weren't even trying. He's like, I've seen these guys play live in a real competitive game. And what we saw when we were playing them, even though they were hammered, and they weren't even trying.
I said, your brother and I both were in agreement. I said, that was probably their 50% for most of them. I don't think there's, now maybe a couple of the younger guys were pushing a little hard, but I think they were probably running at about 50%. So,
but all in all, it was a good time. I had a good time.
We lost, so there's going to be some cuts on the zeros because if we can't beat a bunch of 19 and 20 and 21-year-olds, we are the absolute filth of anything hockey. So we're going to have to probably cut basically 95% of the roster at this point and rebuild it from the ground up here with as many semi-pro players as we can get our hands on. And then
we did three
Alabama.
20-minute periods, running clock with a referee, which was really no need to have a referee. And then we did.
Well, he never blew, like almost every time a shot was on goal. If there was no player standing right there, the goalie was like, and just kicked it right back out. So the guy never really blew a whistle unless there was a goal scored.
Right.
And so I was like, well, I kind of would like the whistle, like to reset and take some face. There were a few of them, but pretty much like you said, like didn't really need the ref. Just kind of.
I don't have any take from the game. The only thing that I will say that I'm proud of, my nephew wanted to do opening face-off with me, which gave Perino Rife, he didn't start per se. Opening face-off, I beat my nephew fair and square. I was very happy with that. That's the only
Julian Rife.
Yes. But yeah, we did three 20-minute running clock periods. And then we did a fourth. You guys did a fourth. I did not. A combined skate. So we did a mix and match sticks in and everything like that. So I did not do that.
Yeah, apparently that was designed to force me to wear an Alabama jersey. And jokes on them. I somehow managed to not end up on the team that had to wear the Alabama jersey. So that worked out pretty well.
Before the game, you put black tape on the A's.
And I did. So I put it on the jersey and I got out there and I looked down at my pants and I realized, there's one on the pants too. So I went back to the locker room and put black tape over the pants. So don't worry. Rossi whined at me about it. He was like, "You can't. What are you going to do all that? You can't even." I was doing it to mess with your nephew because we have done a couple podcasts with your nephew, and he knows I'm a Georgia guy, right? And we've given each other crap about that back and forth. Again, in good fun. There's no animosity or anything there.
None. Yeah.
So the X's on the Alabama stuff was really more of a thing for me and Austin. And I did. I went up and showed Austin. I was like, hey, I made a modification. He was like, oh, come on. And then I peeled him off after Austin saw him. So I was never going to actually wear them the entire time, guys. Calm down. I can hold back my vomit for an hour or so with them on the jerseys.
Look, if
I modified it when we got home. I actually cut them out now. So there's holes in the jersey and the pants. Don't have to worry about the black tape anymore.
I'll tell you what, you're a better man than me because if I was forced to wear, if I had to wear a Buckeyes thing, I wouldn't do it. There's no way.
It's not a Buckeyes thing for me. That would be like a Florida Gators or like a Georgia Tech thing.
I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, Alabama is a more recent rivalry thing with Georgia, and it's really only because, and Austin can clip this later if he wants to and use it all over their Alabama hockey social media stuff. It's really only because the football team from Alabama has had Georgia's football team's number for the last 7 or 8 years, whatever, since Kirby Smart's been there at Georgia. And as a Georgia fan, Kirby Smart's done so much like really positive things, and Georgia's been such a winning culture. Alabama's been like the one piece of kryptonite they seem to struggle with. And so that's where the I don't like Alabama comes from. It's really more of a I want the football team to get over that hump kind of thing. So but if it's a Florida thing, absolutely not. You would not. I would, if Rob's like, we're going to go do a Florida skate, and Jeremy, you got to wear blue and orange. I'd be like, all right, guys, I'm staying home. Have fun.
Yep.
I would not do that. No.
One quick thing, I want to thank the photographers. If you guys seen our podcast or not our social media, I got some pictures from them. They did a really good job, and they took the time out of their Saturday to take pictures. And that is, and I'm sorry if I flub your names, John Dennison, Charlotte Mankin, and Sarah Munzenmeyer. Thank you so much for taking the photos. And if you guys are in the Alabama area,
did you get their contact stuff and all?
I just have their social media. I have their emails.
So we'll link that. We'll do a separate post and clip this and link all of that so you guys get theirs. They did a fantastic job. I looked like an absolute boob because I asked one of the guys, I was like, hey, so I've noticed you got 3 girls on the bench. Are they just like your social media team? He was like, oh no, they're like our support staff, and like explain some of the jobs and things that they do. I was like, oh, well, I look like a big moron. So sounds like they have like a really, really, really good support staff of students around them that help make a lot of those things, like the whole team go.
Yes.
Talking with Austin, I think you were asking him if he was a captain or an alternate and things like that, and he's not. He's a team president.
President of the board.
They're president of the board, and so everything he does is the scheduling side of all the stuff of trips and all those sorts of things. So they function really, really well, and it is a huge credit to a bunch of young men who are students who make this team look so well organized. So they do. There wasn't a single adult, if you will. I mean, there's no 35 or 40-year-old hanging around that was running their roster. It was all juniors and seniors that were there that had helped coordinate on their end of things. What year is Zeke? He's kind of like the team manager. Is that right?
Yeah, I think he said he'll be there next year. I think he's the coach too.
Is he?
Yeah. So that leads to this. Thank you so much, Rob Cooch, Austin, and Zeke for just helping get this together. And again, the photographers.
And you're not going to thank yourself, but
Well, no, hold on.
You are. Okay, never mind. My bad. Go ahead.
Last but not least, I want to thank me. I want to thank me for believing in me. I want to thank me for doing all this hard work.
Yep.
I want to thank me for having no days off. I want to thank me for never quitting. I want to thank me for always being a giver and trying to give more than I receive. I want to thank me for trying to do more right than
You
wrong.
definitely
I want to thank
receive
me
more
for
than you
just
give, though.
being me at all times. Snoop Dogg, you a bad.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did you did a lot in this. We talked pretty regularly, and you worked hand in hand with Austin and Zeke, making sure that everything worked and went like it was supposed to. So, outside of not being prepared for dinner on Friday night,
I was
everything
about to
else,
say,
everything else went really, really well.
not
So if you
100
could fix that, for next year, my guy. We could actually give you some
Hey,
credit.
I'm already making reservations for Chicago. Well, because I didn't realize when we went to the sushi place in Chicago, they close at like 9:30.
Yeah.
So I got reservations from 12 to 9:30. But
The back room is just going to sit empty until about 8.
get the sushi boats ready.
We'll call you when we're on the way.
My other favorite part of the weekend, aside from hockey, Saturday, our last night there, I was just
So we got to set. Hang on though. We got to get there, right? So we played the game. Everything went like it was supposed to. Everything was fine. We showered up. Right across the street from the rink was a Taco Mac, so we went there. Sat on the back patio with all 40 guys or whatever it was we all had in total, and ate a bunch of food, drank a little bit.
some people didn't even get their food until we had to leave.
So that was
Your brother-
Austin.
your brother
Austin got
might-
his food right before we left, and then Chris apparently didn't get his food until we left. So absolutely bananas. But
Thank you, Rob. Thank
then-
you, Rob,
and then-
again for dinner too.
well, and then Grant didn't get his food. It took forever to get his food too. So yeah, it's a 40-person party, like it's bound to happen. So, but we left there, and the guys had booked a room at, I don't even remember the name of the place. The
Two
Copper
Dimes.
Penny Square,
Two Dimes.
whatever. Yeah, the Two Dimes.
Two
So
dimes and
apparent-
one big hog.
2 dimes and one hog. 2 dimes, one girl. Two girls, one dime.
No, the
Anyways,
guys are the dimes.
I got it. So they is in Tuscaloosa. Apparently, it's like a really, really nice bar, is what Austin said, or like a super nice bar. In
Country bar.
Tuscaloosa.
It's like the country bar to be
Yeah,
at.
like the place. So they booked that place in Tuscaloosa, which was an hour drive from where we were at in Birmingham. Half the guys decided they were going. About half of us, maybe not half of us, I don't know. It's 4 or 5 of us. 5 of us.
yeah.
So 10 or so guys took the trip up. 5 of us stayed back. Our group was getting up pretty early to hit the road. the next morning. Corey had a flight to catch. I had stuff to get back for family. So I was like, guys, I'm not getting on the bus for an hour drive to Tuscaloosa. And then I didn't really want to I knew what was going to happen. I didn't want to get trapped in Tuscaloosa with them because I knew that there was like a 50-50 chance they were not making it back to Birmingham until who knows when, if at all. And so I was like, I think this is a bad idea for me. So the dad men decided, let's not do that. So you, me, Chris, Pelly, and Corey all stayed back. And we said, hey, look, we'd like to, even though we're not going to go, we don't want to go out to the bars, but the hotel at a bar, like we'll just go to the hotel bar and have a few drinks, just hang out for a little bit, just low key, relax, whatever. And then, go to bed kind of early.
And then we're going to order some sewer water.
So the bar set up like a big horseshoe. When we got down there weren't enough seats for all of us to sit together. And so Chris, Pelly, and Corey sat at the corner of one horseshoe with a big column like at the corner, and then me and you sat on the other side of that column. So we were kind of looking diagonally at each other where we were at. And so we ordered some drinks. You ordered their toilet bowl water.
Absolute disgust.
Yeah, which was the craziest thing ever. And then
I kept on making Corey drink it. Here, drink this.
Corey,
I just had it. I tried it. Try it again. Drink some more.
Drink some more. Tell me if it tastes any better the second time. How about the third time? So we asked for the dessert menu because you and I were looking and we were like, we're kind of hungry. So we ordered one of all three.
You
desserts.
ordered.
I
was fine. I was fine not ordering.
Liar. You were eyeballing the menu, and then we asked for the dessert menu. You were like, oh, yeah. So we ordered the 3 desserts they had.
We ordered 3 of the 5.
3. We ordered all 3. They only had 3. We ordered the 3. No, they had 4. They had a banana thing. I was like, I don't want that thing.
I saw enough banana over the weekend.
That's true. That's true.
My brother, poor Ryan. It's like, Ryan, I'm sorry, man. You saw a lot of banana this weekend. And he's like, I don't know. He probably thinks lower of me anyways, but.
What are you going to do?
I touched it. Actually, no, I said it touched me.
It touched me. It touched me. It touched me. That was so bad. We got to save that story. Well, I want to tell it, but we don't have 3 hours to do a podcast.
PTSD with Packer doing a sneak attack behind me.
He said,
"Yeah, I need those glasses with the mirror right here on the side so I can see someone coming behind me." But anyways, we had dessert. I'm glad I hung out with you guys.
This lovely older couple plopped down next to us, right? The wife was sitting, or the husband
really
was
nice
next
couple.
To you.
Keith, I'm not sure you're listening, but
her name. Yeah.
if you're listening, Keith, I don't know if you are. You said you were going to check us out. If you're listening, my dude, it was such a good chat with you. And
they plopped down and were pretty quiet at first, and so they were kind of keeping to themselves. And the desserts came out. All 3 desserts hit the table, right? And then some of the other guys ordered some dessert stuff. So all of them came out. Our bartender, Corey, dropped off everything. And so, calm down. So are you going to tell this? Because this is your story.
Bartender comes up, hands out spoons, and then he handed out Corey a spoon, your brother, and Pally. I don't think Pally got a dessert. And then he had like 3 spoons, maybe 4. The server had 3 or 4 spoons in his hand. And I go, no, we just want one. And his face, it went from like super happy to like, bro, are you serious? Like, and I hate the term bro, but he's like, you serious? Like, and then the guy next to me, Keith next to me, he was like,
Keith immediately slid like 2 feet away from you.
He tried to do it so subtly, but he jumped out of his pants.
And what's hilarious was I caught Keith's reaction out of the corner of my eye, but I saw our bartender Corey's like look of shock and freeze when you said it. And what I didn't catch was Pelly, Chris, and Corey were all sitting, and they all 3 saw both of them. Yeah. So they all 3 started dying, laughing immediately. And it was like, again, I've been around you long enough that I was like, yeah, one's good. And so the guy, Keith, was just legit freaked out. Again, we paused for a good 15 seconds to just let it sit. And I don't think either one of them knew what to do. So.
And that's when I whispered, I go, hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Oh,
and he's like,
man.
"Oh, he said something like, you guys do you. That's fine. That's fine."
No, he was like,
I should've-
we about to leave up out of here. He was hilarious.
Should have just said, "Hey, we just got back from the room upstairs. Let me burp in your face, Keith."
Well, that's better than what you were doing before he got down there. You cut loose about 4 farts right before he
I
got
did.
down. And then once he sat down, you
I was
let
still
another one
going.
go. And I
I
was
was-
like, buddy, aim it towards the new guy. Like, why are you killing me with this? It's killing me. So Keith finally warmed up. I think once he could tell we were just, busting each other's chops a little bit. We started, did he start chatting with us first or did you start chatting with him?
I was full blown Jeremy Abdu. I can talk to anybody anywhere.
Because when we started cutting up about the spoon thing and laughing about it, that's when the guys were like, I was like, Corey's face, and they were like, Corey's face. The guy next to you didn't see his reaction, and so that's when he was like, y'all get over there, dude. Whatever. He was hilarious.
I still
finally-
made I still made my my gay jokes and stuff like that, but he knew we were just, like you said, busting balls and having a good time.
Yeah.
And then I said something and you laughed and you grabbed my leg.
You said you were
And-
going to the room. You're like, oh, I'm gonna head to that. I was like, no, you're not. Chill out, dude.
And you grabbed my leg, and then Keith's
started
like,
all over
"Hey,
again.
hey!" I was like, "You want to join us, Keith?" He's like, "I got my wife right here. I'm good." I go, "She can videotape us. She can watch." He's like, but
Man,
he was a good dude. That was a lot of fun that night, just hanging out. And again, I can sit at a bar. I'll just start chatting it up with anybody. He was
he was a unique guy. So he was retired law enforcement. I forget what kind. And even if I remember, I don't necessarily want to put all his business out there, but retired law enforcement. But he had worked for both the University of Alabama and the University of Georgia. And so he said he was one of the rare guys. We told him what we were there for and that we had played against the Alabama team and all. And I think you brought up, you were like, this guy's a Georgia guy, though, like went to Georgia. He made the comment. He's like, well, I'm one of the few guys that'll say Roll Tide and Go Dogs. And so it was pretty neat talking to him. And he said he still works, even though he's retired, he still kind of, it sounds like he consults and stuff with some law enforcement agencies and stuff. And also super nice guy to talk to. Really good sport. Like I said, once he realized we were just cutting up, he kind of started chuckling along.
once he realized that some of us, when I say some of us, you guys aren't a bunch of homosexuals. And when it was only one out of the 5 with us, 4
He
with
was
us.
okay.
Yeah.
The one, albeit it was the one that was sitting the closest to him. You should have just kept scooting your stool closer and closer to him subtly until you were like touching his hand or something.
I don't know, man. He would have probably thrown a punch.
What
at
did he
me.
call himself? He said he was telling us a story about going to a concert or something. He was a bully something.
Yeah.
A bully checker or something he called
Yeah.
himself. I forget what he said. But basically he stands up to bullies or whatever. He was funny. Man. Good stories. And
One more?
I will. No, go ahead.
No, you go.
No,
I'm
no.
switching. I'm switching topics, so you go ahead.
I was too. Go ahead.
Okay. Can I talk about us being a celebrity at the oyster factory when I went to get my soft shell crabs? Or
Did you just call it the oyster faggery?
No, I did not. I did not say
That's
that.
what it sounded
I
like
didn't.
at
I did
first.
not. I did not say that. I will.
The oyster
Yo, that's like a 30 day. That's a 30-day
30
suspension.
gay? 30 gay? What
30
is going on with you guy?
That's a
Calm down.
four game suspension right there with
ding,
USA
ding on
Hockey.
the-
I did not say that.
Mega ding ding on the brain here right now. Come on, dude, get it together.
No, you tell your story and I'll tell us.
Keith's got you all flustered, huh? recalling memories.
What
of
were you
Keith's
going to
got
say,
all
for
wound
fuck's
up.
sake?
I was going to say, you apologized about your brother having to stare at so many hammers. It was like a hammer fest after the game. I went into the shower and it was just like,
Oh, because we
Jeez.
shared the shower with the
shared
Bama
shower,
boys.
which I didn't realize. And so at first there were 2 guys in there and somebody, and I don't even know if we've never described, so I'm not going to describe, but the Alabama boys those 2 guys got a dose of the bicycle pump. And so what was hilarious was I walked in there to take a shower. And when I went in there to take a shower, everybody was in one. I was like, all right, I'll just hang for a second. And I heard the guys were like, oh, it doesn't even look like you're doing anything. And they were like, well, he was like, well, no, just look, I'll do it again. And so he did it again. They were like, oh, that's incredible. That actually looks like you're pumping it up. That's incredible. And so the next thing you know is I'm like, hey, these guys will clear out. I'll jump in there.
It was show and tell.
Dude, the entire Alabama locker room
was show and tell.
started coming in like clusters of 4, all with no clothes on, whether they were getting in the shower or not. And so it was just a giant meat fest for about 20 minutes. And I was like, I just want to take a shower and put my clothes back on here, guys. I had to sit and wait forever because guys kept coming in there. Once they walked over, they were showering. I was like, good grief. So, yeah, your brother saw
My brother saw
probably
yeah.
way more Willie than he had wanted to see in a long time.
I kind
A
of tried to
long,
warn
long
him,
time.
but I didn't know it was going to get to that extent.
It was hilarious. I thought it was hilarious. All right, we're famous. How are we
All right.
famous?
So
At the
I
Oyster
have a
Factory?
soft shell. I have a soft shell crab problem this time of year. Soft shell crab is very short here in the South Carolina area. If you're from where Rossi's from or the Maryland area, it's like the whole length of the summer. So I always go. I just happened to go last week for some soft shell crab, and I see I want to say 7 or 11-year-old. I can't remember. He was looking at me weird, kind of like the way Keith was looking at me when we were at the bar. I'm like, I didn't do anything, please.
Checks out. Checks out.
He was like looking at me, and then I'm like, whatever. I tried to ignore it. And then he said something to his mom. His mom leaned over, and then she's like, okay, we'll go ask him. And then she's like, we have a question. And I go, yeah, sure. What is it? She's like, do you do a podcast? And I go, actually, yeah, I do. And then she's like, my son's like, that's him. Like, kind of like that. And then I go, how did you guys hear about us in the armpit of hell of South Carolina?
All right.
It sucks here. Shut up. Let me tell my story. I never correct you on your stories. All right. Unless you talk about your 3-roll Bauer gloves at the finger. All right. That's the only time I correct you. So I don't remember the kid's name, but they are from the Michigan area, and he plays hockey. And they just came across our podcast, and they heard the Kazari podcast, and they thought that was really cool. So I don't remember his name. I'm sorry, but I thought that was a cool
Skate
moment.
worldwide.
I thought that was cool. And we've been on here for an hour. We should probably go for another 2 hours just in case we decide to wait 4 more months.
Break it up into multiple podcasts so we can go. Well,
But-
there's probably more things we could talk about from the weekend at some point, but
Yeah.
it's a
But-
pretty good summary for the weekend.
I want to give
we-
okay, go ahead. No, you go. I want to give a shout out to my sister, Rob, Rossi, you, my brother, Christine, Grant, Josie. Let's see. Packard was there. Prino showed up late. My sister put together. Did I say? I thought I said Ponton. Ponton was
might
there.
have. I'm not sure.
My sister put together.
Hannah.
Oh yeah, Hannah was there. Lindsay was there too. My sister put together a 50th. Oh yeah, Corey was there too. Holy shit. And anyone else, I forget.
It's probably best if you don't try to name all the names. You're
I-
getting
I
old,
start-
the memories go, and just be like,
It's
thanks
contagious.
to all of you
It's
guys.
contagious. I want
who
to
were
give the
there.
proper shout out, but
Thanks
Christine,
to all you guys.
Christine rented a car and drove up here just for like 2 hours from Sarasota. My brother
Tried to
flew
tell
in.
her to stay the night.
Yeah, but she had to work the next day. My brother flew in from Colorado. But anyways, my sister put together a 50th birthday for me, and I just wanted to say thank you, Mandy, for that. Thank you, Rob, for everything for that night too. Again, I stayed out past 11 o'clock, which was really weird. I don't know how you guys do that. Yep, there's the yawn, right on cue.
Bro, I'm so tired. It's not even funny.
Oh, you're tired. I'm still recovering from Bama. You
Cry
go.
about it.
I will.
Cry about it.
But thank you, Mandy, so much. And thank you guys for doing all that. And I think that's about it that I got to say for now. If you are going to do any traveling, whether it's for a hockey tournament or for
Make sure you take the trip, book your hotels and everything, and then call Tommy Travels after you take the trip and tell them that you should have used them to book your rooms for you.
well, Mandy said that she'll get a text or a call when people are like 2 hours away from like their stop. She's like, can you get me a hotel? Like they call her and say, can you get me a room in Virginia, let's say, in the next couple hours, because that's where we're stopping. So whether you're booking a trip for work, vacation, whatever, a hotel, airfare, use Tommy Travels, because not only does that help you get the best offers and flights, it also helps us and the Zeros tournament coming up. So
we're all about helping us.
I'd like to thank
So
you.
help us
I'd like
help
to
us.
yes.
Stupid. Yeah, we have another skate this Monday. I'm sure we'll have some stuff. I can talk about the nonsense from the last skate if we wanted to. I'm not going to now because it's the very end of it. We can definitely go back and revisit that if we feel like we need to, because that's certainly something we could talk about. So,
What was the nonsense?
people hanging
Yes.
out forever and ever and
Yeah.
play it in some divisions they don't.
Yeah, I
really play
gotcha.
it in.
Shout out to Matt Rife.
Acting like Eskimo Brothers.
Matt Rife.
Eskimo Brothers. Anyways. Good
Thank you
stuff.
again. Sorry for the long hesitation in the
Yeah,
podcast.
man, get it together, Abdu.
Look, I have some. If it's going to go a month, I have some people that are willing to step in your spot.
They're not even good. They're not even good hosts because they won't even bring the actual
I have Vinay.
juicy
Vinay said he would stand
details
in.
that they have.
Vinay said he would stand in. He's a good
I'm gonna go
podcast.
start finding stand-ins for you. I'm calling Mickey Mouse, seeing what he's got going on later. I'll see him this weekend so he and I can talk about our new podcast.
Well, then I'll just start my own
The
podcast.
Dump and Hack podcast is what that one would be called. I told you cross-checked his own kid in the kid skate, right?
Yeah. Good. What a hack. What a hack.
Hilarious.
So
So
one
funny.
time I just want the Taliban to be on an airline on his plane.
Oh man! All right, guys. We appreciate you. We're sorry it took so long. It's all my fault.
I'm not
It's
sorry.
Abdu's
I've been
fault.
trying since
Abdu's not sorry for nothing.
I like to apologize to
absolutely nobody. I'll apologize for him. Abdu's sorry that it took him so long to get us back on this podcast.
That's bull crap. This is who's the liar
sorry.
now? Who's
I'm
the
sorry.
liar now?
I'm sorry it took us so long to get back on this podcast. I'll try to hold Abdu accountable to make sure that we record more frequently.
Look, man, I was running out of material. I seriously was about to like.
Social media pages were dying left and right, just reposting things over and over, just dry heaving posts. Oh. So,
What were we talking about the other day? Where I said, I'm running out of material. I'm just going to post this. And you're like, oh, please, this shouldn't that be like kept in the locker room?
that was the intro. You wanted to use something as the intro.
Yeah, but
and
what
I
was it?
actually have. I'm not telling you what it was.
But do you remember what it? Do you remember what it
yes,
is?
I remember vividly what it was.
Oh, I remember.
I actually
remember
have
now.
I have a workaround for that. I have a workaround for that, by the way. I thought of it and I almost used it for
not-
myself, but I'm saving it for you. No, I actually have a workaround where you can use it. We'll get a laugh out of it. I'll get less of a laugh now because I'll know it, but it's okay. So, anyway,
Hey,
all right.
happy birthday, Dump and Skate. We're 2 years old now.
I saw that.
You
Apparently.
probably got-
our social media admin posted that. I saw that.
Yeah, you probably
Happy
got billed
birthday.
for this month for the.
Maybe I don't.
That's okay. Like I told you, back in
Oh shoot, that
Back
is this
right
month, isn't it?
right around Christmas time, I got billed like $300 for the. I'm like, shit, crap.
I gotta go see what they're. I gotta go see what card they're billing through. Gosh, I had a couple of cards I had to can. They were bad. Well, man, we have a defunct account now. Gosh.
Yeah. So
Oh no. Anyways,
if
so you don't
guys
see
got
us
to
for a
listen,
minute.
if you guys listen to this podcast, you know that that card is being used and it's the good one. But if we're just recording this for ourselves and it's not getting uploaded,
We'll
then
talk-
this is
we'll
a
tell you
loss.
later. We'll tell you
This is
about it
one of the vault. This is the vault.
The EP. All right. Oh, man.
All right.
Guys, thanks.
Go
We
to
love you.
bed.
We'll see you soon. Peace.
Bye, midges.